I'm sure you guys are going to agree with me what I'm about to say. This week's Monday Night Raw was better than last week's Monday Night Raw. And boy, do I have a lot to talk about. And as Sheamus would say, it was banger after banger after banger. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's talk about what happened on the show. The show started off with CM Punk. CM Punk was talking about on how he was going to move on after defeating Seth Rollins and how he is going to win the Royal Rumble match. But unfortunately for CM Punk, Seth Rollins' music hits. And as Seth Rollins was coming out, this was pretty funny. CM Punk was lying on the ropes, literally saying, "Why can't it be Rhea Ripley interrupting me?" Seth Rollins says he's not through with CM Punk. "If there's a way for me to get revenge by not pinning you, is by eliminating you from the Royal Rumble." Meaning that Seth Rollins is also participating in the Royal Rumble match. CM Punk wasn't going to wait, and they actually wanted to fight. Until Drew McIntyre came out. And obviously, Drew McIntyre has a problem with Roman Reigns. He says there is a big problem here. Roman Reigns is playing chess, and other idiots are playing checkers. And then he announces that he is going to be in the Royal Rumble match. And now the Royal Rumble match is absolutely stacked. We got CM Punk, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre, and I believe Michael Cole said Jey Uso and LA Knight. Yeah. So now we move on to the first match of the night, Chad Gable versus a mystery opponent. So you gotta be asking, who is this mystery opponent? As the match was announced last week on Monday Night Raw, people were saying that, oh, it's Penta. Well, you guys are correct, as Penta is Chad Gable's opponent. Why were people saying that it was Penta? Well, they showed a vignette of Penta last week on Monday Night Raw. Everything about Penta in his debut was perfect. This dude got an insane reaction as he came out. The entrance was incredible. So I want to fast forward to the end of the match here. Oh yeah, Penta, he's absolutely incredible in the ring. If you have not seen what Penta can do, what are you doing? Go look up his matches. He had incredible matches in Mexico, TNA, Lucha Underground, and AEW. Why do I say Lucha Underground? Because that's where I first saw Penta. And the greatest thing is that his family was in the front row watching him wrestle. We see a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. We see a Mexican destroyer. Then he does his Penta driver. But it was a modified version because he can't do his original Penta driver. 1, 2, 3, and Penta gets the win. Look, we all give praise to Penta, but you gotta give credit to Chad Gable. He busted his ass all throughout day and night. Incredible job that he did against Penta. And then he says, it's the Penta new era. Like I said earlier, everything about Penta was incredible. He's gonna be a star. So then we move on to Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. And like I said, as Sheamus would say, it was a banger match. Sheamus beats Ludwig Kaiser and it ends the feud between those two. But it's what happened after the match. Braun Breaker was in the crowd. As you know, he's the Intercontinental Champion. Sheamus and Braun Breaker went face to face, arguing with each other. Braun Breaker even shoved Sheamus. He wanted to fight him. They are going to fight. As WWE announced, Sheamus versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental Championship at Saturday night's main event. Now, I was saying on social media, they gotta do it at WrestleMania, right? To let Sheamus have his WrestleMania moment in becoming the Intercontinental Champion. So then we move on to the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther. Gunther was talking about on how he was the most dominant world champion. But then we got Jey Uso coming out. So Jey Uso comes and says, now that I got Drew McIntyre behind me, now that I got the Bloodline business behind me, so now it's just me and you, Saturday night's main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. And yes, the match is official. Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event. Now we move on to a match where I originally didn't want to talk about, but why not? Lyra Valkyria versus Dakota Kai for the Women's Intercontinental title. Now there was a spot when Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai were in the ring apron. Lyra Valkyria does a suplex, but not on the ring apron, on the floor. When was the last time in WWE that you've seen a suplex from not on the ring apron to the floor? Oh wait, and that right there was a brutal spot. So then let's fast forward to the end of the match here. Dakota Kai was going for her running kick into the corner, but got countered. Lyra Valkyria picks up Dakota Kai and does her finishing move called the Nightwing. 1, 2, 3, Lyra Valkyria is the new and the first ever Women's Intercontinental Champion. She absolutely deserves it. Lots of people have been sleeping on her ever since she got to the main roster. And she got a great reaction when she won that title. And come on, you gotta give credit to Dakota Kai. She worked her ass off all the way into the finals of this tournament and to unfortunately lose. But that's okay. She might become champion one day. Now I had someone tell me that Lyra Valkyria can celebrate and then Becky Lynch comes out. She might congratulate her, but she might come after that Women's Intercontinental Championship. And before you say,
"Oh, Becky Lynch should not get another title. Why are you even mentioning Becky Lynch? She's basically Hulk Hogan."
I said I thought that was going to happen. But no, it did not. But yes, I do want that to happen. I don't need it, I want it. So now we move on to the main event, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor in a street fight. Damian Priest already made his entrance, he's waiting for Finn Balor, but Finn Balor comes from behind and attacks him. And dude, this should have been a false count anywhere, because these guys were fighting in the crowd, these guys were fighting on the stage. There was even a spot when they were up in the crowd, and then there were a bunch of tables set up. Damian Priest lifts up Finn Balor and does a Falcon Arrow through the damn tables. Then we see Finn Balor being stretchered out of the building. Damian Priest was in the ring and he's like, hell no, I ain't gonna let this crap end like that. So then he attacks the Judgment Day. Carlito was out there, JD McDonald was out there, and then I had to ask, where was Dominic? Is he on a date with Liv again? I don't know, but Damian Priest was kicking everybody's ass. He pushed Finn Balor, he was still on the stretcher. He pushes Finn Balor back into the ring. So there was also a spot where the Judgment Day, they were helping out Finn Balor, and obviously it's a Judgment Day match, so they always got to get involved. They all set up for Finn Balor to do a coup de grace. 1, 2, kick out. Damian Priest kicks everybody's ass. Finn Balor's on the outside. Damian Priest was going to put Finn Balor through a table, but Finn Balor counters, knocks Damian Priest out, does a coup de grace to Damian Priest through a table. But then fast forward, Damian Priest sends Finn Balor through a table with a razor's edge. And then fast forward into the ring, we get to the finish, and Damian Priest says, I'm not my brother's keeper. And then he does the South of Heaven chokeslam. 1, 2, 3, Damian Priest beats Finn Balor in a street fight. Now I hope this ends this feud once and for all. This feud has been going on since SummerSlam. But now I can say it's all over. Rhea Ripley's feud with Liv Morgan is finished. Damian Priest's feud with Finn Balor is also finished. So what's next for the Judgment Day? Is Finn Balor going to be kicked out of the Judgment Day? I don't know. But whatever happens, happens. Okay? But I want to know from you guys. What did you think of this week's Monday Night Raw? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Tap the notification bell for more videos. Follow me on Twitter at Ethan Show. And I'll see you on the next one.